What's something you've tasted that most humans have not? 18 molar sulfuric acid back in the day you sucked things into a pipette. Sometime I sucked too hard. This time I got a mouth full of acid. I tasted sweet for 2 weeks. A ladybug flew into my mouth when I was riding my bike as a kid. Ladybugs secrete a yellow bitter goop when they get eaten as a fuck you, don't eat me mechanism. So that happened. Had to run inside and rinse out my mouth, which didn't really help. Edit. Wow, there are a lot of ladybug tasters in here. My people. The sweet taste of a Ticketmaster refund. A wasp was sleeping in our backyard as a kid, and I probably ate too many sweets which attracted it. I woke up hearing something weird, and out of reflex of feeling something in my mouth, I swallowed. That was a strange experience, but hurt way less than expected. Bronze Age cremated human bones. Had my coffee cup standing right next to the tub I was cleaning them after excavation. Scrubbed the sediment off of it with a toothbrush, and it sputtered together with tiny fractions of the bones all around and also in that coffee. The last sip felt a little coarse, and on the bottom of the cup were still white particles between the sand and coffee grounds. The asphalt on the crosswalk in front of the Flatiron building in NYC. Potholes are a bitch. Termites, and it was surprisingly good. Minty, if I recall correctly, was many years ago. We grew up on a farm, and my brother watched some survival TV show where they were hunting for their own food and cooking it after. He was able to catch a toad, created a fire and cooked and sliced it up afterwards. Me, as the little girl looking up to her older brother, me, 6, him, 8, of course had to taste it. I don't think it's really common. I don't think any other human has tasted my blood. Possum was really common in rural NZ back in the 70s, 80s. It's disgusting. I was 4 and still remember the taste. Inside of my mouth got burned so bad it blistered my gums and tongue, so bad everything boiled up and shed eventually. Healing sucked because when I talked, I'd accidentally bite down and pop a blister tasted like pus. Hated that time of my life lol. Elephant for context, it wasn't hunted. It was already dead. Got hit by a train, so technically it was roadkill. So that's 2 things I guess. Cow shit. I was explaining something to fresher farm workers when the cow decided to stomp into a pile of it. Used a glass of water to put cig butts in when I smoked. Woke up in the middle of the night desperate for a drink and swallowed 2 chugs before I realized what was going on. It tastes even worse than you might expect. Edit. It seems from the comments many more people than I expected have drunk cig butt juice. Rat shit. I used to have pet rats when I was in the uni, and I was carrying one of them from one dorm to another. He left a few droppings in my jacket pocket. He was in it with short walk, so I just put him in my roomie pocket. I didn't notice, and few weeks later I forgot about it at all, put some nuts in the same pocket and started eating them, until one of them tasted really weird. Well, not me, but my daughter ate a stink bug once that was an intense experience, stank on the way in and on the way out. Muckuk, musk ox, caribou stew. The great Tojo Zamakase. My homemade Aussie cheese fries, probably rattlesnake. Not much flavor, very stringy and has a lot of bones. Jesus water. Water taken from a 2 km well at the South Pole. Ice is millions of years old, so drinking water from a time never lived.